What up guys, Super Metal 983 here to bring you another gig review. Now, obviously, as you know, I went to this year's Lords of the Land Festival up in Glasgow, and what can I say, my hunger for another festival was craving so much, I had to go to another one. It's kind of like an addiction really for most people, but what can you do? But yeah, this year I decided to go to another festival, and that is this year's Damnation Festival in Leeds. Now, Damnation Festival has always had killer lineups, from what I can remember over the past couple of years. I mean, I think it was last year we had Abarth and Electric Wizard headlining, and the year before that, I believe, was High on Fire and At the Gates, and then I believe the year before that was Bolt Thrower, Cannibal Corpse, and Same Fetus. I could be wrong, I could have got that order mixed up. Sorry. But anyway, this year's festival, though, I couldn't resist the urge. My mate Dan, who took us up to Glasgow for the Lords of the Land Festival, was very interested in going because Dying Fetus was on the lineup, and I was like, I haven't seen Dying Fetus, so yep, and there's a load of other bands on there that I really want to see, so yeah, sure. So we ended up going along with our good buddy Scott. If he ends up watching this video, alright, thanks for putting up with us. But yeah, but this year's lineup was just so fucking good. Headliners were Bloodbath, Paradise Lost, and Sodom. Now, I'm not a massive fan of Sodom in all honesty, so I didn't catch their set, but Bloodbath especially, they were the main band I was going for more than Dying Fetus. Personally, I just prefer Bloodbath's music just a little bit more, personally, but that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, but yeah, I'm going to go through the bands and what bands I saw, and then at the end of the video, we're going to go through the merch that I picked up at the festival itself. So yeah, I got some CDs, patches, and a shirt, so good haul, I'd say. But at the end, you'll see that. But we're going to go through the bands. If you'll see us looking at my phone, just at the side here, because I've got the lineup right here, and the times that I saw whatever bands. Now, I missed the first two bands that I want to see, which were Disentomb, great Australian brutal tech death. If you want to check them out, links down below. But really solid band, but I didn't actually catch them, unfortunately, because we were running just a little bit late. And then I just narrowly missed Wiegedood, which was one of the bands I was really looking forward to seeing. Top-notch atmospheric black metal. Well, kind of atmospheric black metal, kind of black metal, but just very, very atmospheric, if that makes sense, but not atmospheric. Yeah, but yeah, I'll be doing a review of their new album in the upcoming future, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I'm gutted I missed their set, but I picked up some merch, so that's all good. But the first band I seen was Leng T'che, I think that's how it's pronounced, or however you pronounce it. A great grindcore band that I'd heard really good things from, so I went into the room basically open-minded and was like, yeah, I'm expecting something grindy just from the artworks that I've seen. And then I walked in, and they like were halfway through their set, and I was literally just like, I'm walking in a fury here, should we just say. And it was incredible. I was really impressed with them from what I heard. Really vicious grindcore, kind of like a bit of a death metal kind of grindcore, like it wasn't like straight up grindcore, like 2 second long songs and stuff like that. It was really intense, brutal stuff, and I was really impressed with them. I did check them out yesterday when I got back from the festival. I checked them out online, like their new album, I believe it's called Razor Grind, I think it's called, and wow, that CD is definitely going to be in my collection soon. Excellent, excellent album. So yeah, really impressed with them, and definitely looking forward to checking more material out from them in the future, and I'll be happy to see them live again, no doubt about that. Then the next band I saw was in like the next room on the Terrorizer stage, which is a second stage, I believe. I saw Vallenfyre. Now, Vallenfyre are kind of like an old school death metal band, kind of along the same sort of lines as like Entrails, Entombed sort of style, you know, that old school raw, nasty death metal. The room was packed to the rafters, absolutely packed, and I didn't really get to see them much. I just saw like roughly through them, but what I could see and hear, it sounded really fucking barbaric and very brutal stuff, and very old school. And I think that's the first time I've actually seen an old school style death metal band that sound exactly like they do on record, with that really necro raw tone behind them. But really impressed with the vocals as well. The frontman was top notch, really good crack on him. You know, he had a really good laugh with the crowd, and he had some really killer lungs behind him. So yeah, I will be checking out more from them. I have heard their latest album. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but solid stuff that I aim to get in my collection also in the upcoming future. But yeah, top notch old school death metal. Check them out as well. Link down below, as well as Leng T'che, however you pronounce it. And then the lads who I was with, Scott and Dan, they went to go and see Beyond Creation. Now, Beyond Creation I've already seen before. I saw them in, I think it was Sheffield. I could be wrong on that. Oh yeah, it was Sheffield. I saw them with Obscura, Revocation and Rivers of Nile on the Acrosis tour, so I wasn't really bothered about missing them. I'd rather go and see a band that I haven't seen before, which I do like, and that is Myrkur. Obviously, kind of post-black metal artist that everyone knows. I have to say, though, I was expecting a lot of elitism in that room, and people just, like, you know, walking around like that, or didn't like this, is not true. All that sort of shit that I don't fucking... I just can't understand that shit. But honestly, everyone in that room looks really impressed with her. She was really, really impressive live. Very good set of lungs and very great atmosphere is being created in that room. But the musicianship was tight as fuck with our backup musicians. I can't remember what the live musicians are in. I know they're in other bands, but I can't remember off the top of my head what bands are in. But yeah, excellent stuff. Really enjoyed her set. Very atmospheric and very powerful, I might as well add. I really enjoyed watching, well, bestow myself upon Myrkur. I think it's credit where credit's due. I think she's awesome. I do need to pick up her debut album. I believe it's called M. I could be wrong on that. But when I got back, I did check out their new album, and it is fucking amazing, absolutely amazing. I definitely need to get that in my collection soon, because it's phenomenal. Great atmosphere and just quite beautiful black metal, in all honesty. I know, because it's kind of like that post-black metal kind of vibes in there, but I really enjoyed it personally. So if you like post-black metal or atmospheric music, then definitely check out Myrkur. They're absolutely top-notch, if you ask me. And then obviously, we're going to change the whole ball game here, and I went back to the Terrorizer room, the second stage, to see the almighty Nails. Fucking hell, Nails were absolutely vicious and just destructive. Absolutely destructive set. I mean, I've seen Napalm Death live, and they don't hold a candlelight to how vicious and pissed off Nails were. I think it was probably the most aggressive set I think I've ever seen in my lifetime. Really solid songs, song choices, and just barbaric as hell, and just in your face, just intense. I absolutely loved it, and those were one of the bands I was really looking forward to. Yeah, they were kind of the odder band on the bill personally, but they worked so well. I really enjoyed their set, and I definitely need to see them again if they're going to create so much violence in one show. I've never seen bodies flying so much than I have in that set. I've been to like some beatdown shows that have had all the crowd killers and stuff, but I've never seen actually bodies flying left, right and centre, and just mosh pits everywhere. It's been absolutely fantastic seeing them, and I can't wait to see them again in the upcoming future. It has reminded us though that I do need to pick up their, I believe it's second album or debut album, Unsilent Death. I really need to pick up that CD. I've got the shirt of it, and I've got the other albums, but I need to pick up those in the upcoming future. After that, Dan and Scott went to go and have a tab, I believe, and I went to go and catch Paradise Lost, because, I mean, Paradise Lost, they are a legendary band, and I love what's-his-face, I think it's Nick, who's also in Bloodbath. His vocals in Bloodbath and Paradise Lost, they're both exceptional. They're obviously different kettles of fish, but my dear God, beautiful performance and very powerful. And it was like anthem after anthem listening to Paradise Lost, and it just made us also think that when I was watching their performance, like I've only heard, I think it's Tragic Idol, the blue and gold artwork one, and the new album, I believe it's called Medusa, which I do need to pick that one up because that's a really good album. But I haven't listened to any of the back catalogue or the album in between those albums, so it just made us think, like, I've got so much catching up to do on them, so I will be checking out more of their other stuff in the upcoming future, because I definitely want to check out more, because I was really impressed with their performance. Very powerful stuff, but yeah, if you ever get a chance to see Paradise Lost, go and check them out. Absolutely killer stuff. And then, obviously, the second main band I wanted to see was the band that Dan and Scott were mainly anxious to see, and that was the mighty, why not Dying Fetus? Hashtag. Anyway, apologies about that, apologies. But yeah, Dying Fetus. I've waited so long to finally see these guys, and in my opinion, it was incredible. It was worth the wait, and just, they played so many of the songs that I've always wanted to hear live. Your Treachery Will Die With You, From Womb to Waist, Subject to a Beating, Wrong One to Fuck With from the new album, obviously cringy album title. What was the other song? They played a song from, I think it was Stop at Nothing. I can't remember what song it was off the top of my head. But yeah, that was fucking incredible. Just to hear all those songs that I've been liking for so long, finally hearing them live is just such a good feeling. Loads of people will agree with us. If you agree with us, leave a comment. If there's any bands that you've been wanting to see for so long, and then finally seeing them live, and they play those sweet songs that you love. Yeah, leave a comment if that's ever happened to you. But yeah, excellent performance. Really enjoyed their set, and I just need to see them again now. I have to see them again. I have to. Anyway, and then after that, after Dying Fetus finished, the guys went to go and watch, I believe they went to go and watch Sodom. And when they were watching Sodom, I went to see the mighty Aussie tech death, Psycroptic. Now, Psycroptic, I've knew them for many, many years. I've not really explored their discography a lot, but I have listened to their new album, and it's intense as hell. Just thrashy, just, it kind of reminds us of a bit of a techier version of the Black Dahlia Murder, in my opinion. But yeah, make sure you check out my review of the new Black Dahlia Murder album, by the way. Sorry about the plug there. But anyway, but Psycroptic, very powerful performance. Very, very powerful. Intense as hell. And watching them, it was just like, this is insane. Just some insane riff work that I've never ever seen. Such tight musicianship being played. Absolutely, I mean, the last time I was impressed by that kind of tight musicianship was when I saw Obscura and Beyond Creation. It was just absolutely phenomenal. That performance was just incredible. It was something to bestow yourself upon, and anyone who hasn't seen Psycroptic, I really urge us to do so. I know Psycroptic is on their tour with Dying Fetus, Beyond Creation, and Disentomb at the moment. I think that tour is coming to an end. But if you ever get a chance to see Psycroptic, Beyond Creation, Disentomb, or Dying Fetus, make sure you do so. Any of those bands, or any of the bands that I saw on this bill. Then after that, I went into the main hall while Agrophobic Nosebleed was on the Terrorizer stage, because we were just chilling, waiting for the almighty Bloodbath. Oh my god, I've waited so long to finally see Bloodbath. From Nightmares Made of Flesh to Grand Morbid Funeral, those two albums in particular have made a staple to me in death metal, and they are masterpieces in my opinion. I can't really compare them, because obviously you've got two different vocalists, and I think you've got a completely different vibe on both albums. You've got like riffs galore with Nightmares Made of Flesh, but on Grand Morbid Funeral, you've just got that morbid old school death metal vibe that you can't just shake off, you know what I mean? And by the way, I've got a really itchy nose, so pardon me about that. But honestly, Bloodbath were absolutely amazing. I'll put them literally on par with the likes of Autopsy when I saw them at Lords of the Land Festival. Those two performances just are sticking in my head at the moment as just being something to bestow in. And I never thought, to this day, I would never, if you had said to me a couple of years ago, you're going to see Autopsy or you're going to see Bloodbath in a couple of years, I would have just told you to fuck off, basically. That I didn't think it was ever going to happen, and it has. But Bloodbath, honestly, they played so many good songs. They played quite a few from Grand Morbid Funeral and quite a few from Nightmares Made Flesh, so I was really happy. And they closed the show with, what's the song called? It's their famous song from Nightmares Made Flesh. What's it called? I think I've got the CD close to us. Yep. Wait a minute. There we go. Was it Eaten? That's the song. I was thinking it was called Cold for some reason. But yeah, Eaten from this album. They've played that to conclude the show, and it was just like, just in awe. Just like, oh, just to hear those riffs and that Eaten. You know, it just sounded diabolical. Absolutely love it. And I might actually be seeing Bloodbath again at Lords of the Land Festival in 2018, because they've been announced as the headliner along with who is it, Cannabis Corpse, Vallenfyre, so I'll be seeing Vallenfyre again, Lawnmower Death and Demolition Hammer, so I'm really looking forward to going to that festival. And yeah, so that's the end of the bands that I've seen, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Lords of the Land Festival. And Damnation Festival, the festival itself was absolutely amazing. The stage times were split perfectly. There was a couple of bands I missed. I mean, I would have liked to catch Agent Fresco, Leprous, and it was a Grave Pleasures, but what can you do? There's always going to be clashes. But I was really happy, really happy with the bands that I've seen, and not more can be said about that. It was a great festival. I'm definitely going to try and go again next year, especially if we're going to have a killer lineup like they have the past couple of years. So that's awesome. So yeah, I got some merch. I'm going to show the t-shirts last, because I got some goodies here. Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to show the shirt first. The orange shirt that I got, excuse me, was apparently a cough. Excuse me. The only shirt what I got at the festival was this Damnation Festival t-shirt, which I know Damnation has always had like a festival shirt, and I was just looking forward to their design, and I saw it go up like, I think it was about a week before the festival, and I was like, I'm getting that one. So yeah, I got this one. Really awesome design, kind of black metal-esque. Really love that design. Really happy I'm going to be wearing this when I go to Fall in the Brawl Festival this weekend. And here's the lineup for 2017, with obviously Bloodbath, Sodom, Paradise Lost, The Mighty Dying Fetus, and all these other bands down here. Really happy to have gone to the festival. I'm really happy to have seen all these bands that I did. So yeah, I'm going to be repping that with pride. And it's nice to get a medium shirt, because last year at Lords of the Land I got a large, because I didn't see the store when it was there, and I didn't know they were actually going to have festival shirts. So I walked past and it caught my eye, and I was like, oh, do you have any medium? And they were just like, oh, we've only got large there. So I was like, oh well, fuck it, I'll get it. So it's nice to have one that actually fits, you know. But yeah, I got some merch at the gig, so let's showcase some of that. These two are of bands that actually performed on the festival, but I'll get to the reason why the other discs are coming. But anyway, this is the first one. I got Agent Fresco's latest album, I believe, from 2015, called Destria, I believe it's called. This is some solid prog rock. If you're into progressive rock with a bit of a progressive metal kind of vibe in there, then definitely check these out. Really solid stuff. This was in my top albums for 2015. The only thing is that I asked for it for Christmas that year, and didn't get it, unfortunately. But yeah, me and T and like afterwards, oh, I'm going to pick it up, and then I completely forgot about it, so that I didn't have it in my collection. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick it up at the festival. So I'm really happy about that. But yeah, solid album. If you're into prog rock and prog metal, you'll find something to like about these guys. So yeah, check that out. Next up, as I said, Wiegedood, I missed them, but I did pick up some merch of them. I picked up their latest album, which I can't pronounce at the moment, but I will learn how to pronounce before the CD review when I come to do that. Oh, it's coming apart a little bit, sorry. Die Doden hebben het goed 2. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah. This album I'll be reviewing soon on the channel, because this is amazing black metal. It's very atmospheric, very ambient, and just powerful stuff. If you're into if this sounds appealing to you, definitely check them out. Really, really solid stuff. If you're a fan of Winterfire, if you're a fan of that band, you'll find something I like about them. But yeah, also they gave us a free sticker of their logo, which I'm really happy about. I still don't know where I'm going to put me bloody stickers. Hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to find out something to do with them. If anyone has any suggestions of what to do with stickers, I've already got a base covered in stickers, so I need to find something else to do with some stickers, but we'll see what happens. But I also picked up, with the CD, a patch of their logo, because I really enjoy them, and I'm really... I had a good feeling they would have a patch, and I'm definitely going to be sticking this on my next jacket, because this is a beautiful patch. I also got another patch, which you'll see in a bit. But anyway, when I first walked into the door, I made a beeline for I Saw merch, because I saw a load of t-shirts there, and I had a look. And then I turned round, and there was this other store that had, like, a Black Witchery flag, Archgoat, and Satanic Warmaster flag up the top, and I thought, that's my type of store. So I literally made a beeline for it, and I had a load of CDs and patches and stuff, and I was just like, yeah, I need to look through this stuff and find some new gems for the collection, and I did find some great gems. So when I went in the door, I picked up 2 CDs there, and then I ended up going back for some more. But the first one I picked up was Sargeist with Feeding the Crawling Shadow. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Feeding the Crawling Shadows. Yeah. Excellent, excellent black metal. If you're into Dark Throne, then you'll find something to like about these guys. Really awesome stuff. I mean, you can tell by the artwork, it's got that kind of vibe. But yeah, amazing album. Definitely glad to have this in my collection finally. I discovered these guys through Runnerjma, so make sure you check out his channel if you want to discover some really cool black metal. Next up, easily one of the most disturbing death metal albums in history, if you ask me, and that is Pissgrave with Suicide Euphoria. Wow, this album is just vulgar and just disturbing as hell, just necro and just... It's not like old school death metal or anything, so don't expect anything like that. It's just raw, nasty, disturbing death metal. If you want something rich and something that's not really for listening pleasure, it's just to rip your face off, then this is definitely for you. Absolutely disturbing artwork, but I'm really happy to finally own this. Next up, when I went and saw a load of bands and came past that merch store again, I thought, I bet you I've missed something. I bet you there's a CD in there that's like a holy grail item in there that I've missed. So I went and stayed there for another 10 minutes just looking through the CDs, and I came across a gem. I was right. And this is going to be in my super meta recommendation, so I'm not going to say too much about it. But I've got Alder with Passage. These are one of my favourite atmospheric black metal bands. Passage and Tahoma are just dire, just amazing to die for atmospheric black metal albums, and this is definitely one of the better ones. If I had to choose between Tahoma and Passage, this one would definitely be it. It's amazing. I'm going to say a bit more of it in my super meta recommendations, but it's god tier. And then when I bought that, I noticed that they put up some more patches on the board, and I saw this patch and I just thought, you know what, I have to buy it. And that is a patch of Alder, because Alder is life, you know. So this album is, that album and Tahoma are just amazing. I need to check out their, I believe it's self-titled album, the one before Tahoma, but yeah, I had to get this patch as soon as I seen it. It's beautiful. And then I went and saw Micah, and then I can't remember between which band it was, but I went back and I noticed when I was looking through the first time that I had a couple of albums from Grift in there, and I'd remembered the name from Countblagorath's review of their new album, and I saw a couple of their CDs in there, and I thought, I wonder if they have the new album. And so I asked the guy, do you have Grift's new album? And he was like, just give us a second. And he went away, came back, and then handed me one of the most beautiful A5 digipacks that I've ever seen. And this is Grift's new album, Arvet. I think that's how it's pronounced, Arvet. Wow, what a album. This is beautiful stuff. Very ambient, very atmospheric, and just Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. I haven't decided yet, but I might do a review on this because I really enjoy it at the moment. But if you're into atmospheric black metal, then definitely check these out. I'm trying to figure who it actually sounds like, but the only thing I can describe is if it's got a kind of like Burzum atmosphere to it, like old school Burzum, like Vizsla Setar Os kind of atmospheres, but the musicianship is something else. I might do a review on it, I haven't decided yet, but yeah, make sure you check out the new Grift album released under Nordvis. I'll leave a link to Nordvis and Bindroom recordings down below, because I can't share one without the other. That's kind of the law for me now. But yeah, make sure you check out this album, it's excellent, excellent stuff. I'll leave some links to Facebooks and all that down below. So yeah, that's me haul and me review for Damnation Festival 2017. Anyone who went to the festival, hope you had a good time there. And oh, I might as well just quickly mention, I met two YouTubers that have known my channel since the beginning, and that is Thomas and George. That's Not Metal and Thomas the Rockaholic. I think that was their YouTube names. I know it was That's Not Metal, I just can't remember Tom's channel because I know he changed channels. But yeah, but if they end up watching this, awesome to meet you dudes. I was really happy to finally meet us. And obviously, you were big inspirations to me at the start of my channel, so I want to thank you both for giving me the inspiration back in the day. So thanks a lot, and awesome to meet you, and hopefully we'll see each other at another festival in the upcoming future. Hopefully, anyway. But yeah, awesome festival. Make sure you go to Damnation Festival if you ever get a chance. It's a great festival, and every time it's sold out, so make sure you get your tickets and stuff like that. And for anyone going to Lords of the Land Festival in 2018, I'll hopefully see you there. But yeah, I'll see you until the next video, and remember, stay metal, and I'll see you later.